I drew up a list of all my favourites, and then that came to maybe 30-odd songs, and then there was kind of just drawing lines through reasons why they shouldn't be on there, you know. Not a very good recording, don't like the way it sounds, blah, blah, blah. Eventually got down to about 25. Then I felt the album was too long, because the way it's structured, it's like a concert, it's like a gig. It's kind of put together like a set list, and it's roughly about the length of time that we would play in a show. So there's probably 6 or 7 songs that should be on there, but they're not, just because they just didn't fit with the flow, really. But I kind of enjoyed it. I guess the songs that are on there, I'd consider them to be the most famous Oasis songs. I don't really know what our fans want. I try not to have that much to do with them, to be honest. Not because they're not nice people. I don't know, sometimes people, when they meet you, they want you to be something other than you're not. We've never really changed our sound that much, because we loved what we sounded like in the first place. I don't really feel the need to change it just for change's sake. But when we play gigs, we give the fans what they want. You know, people who've bothered to get out of their chair and pay the money to come and see you deserve not to be, you know, rock stars or bands or say we want to challenge our audience. What do you want to do that for? You know, I just want to please the audience. I don't want to challenge them. There's more of them than there is of us. It could end in a fight.
We'll be back in a moment with more from Noel Gallagher of Oasis. Welcome back. We now return with Noel Gallagher of Oasis.
It's kind of, you know, like the archetypical Beatles song is "We Can Work It Out," where they go, that's what defines Beatle music. I think some might say defines what Oasis is. That song freaks me out because it's on Morning Glory, and it doesn't. To me, when I think about it, I think of it as a one-off single on its own with Acquiesce, because it wasn't recorded at the Morning Glory sessions. It was done way before that. I wrote it up the road here in Chiswick, in a bedsit, when I was poor. I was living in Chiswick. At those points, I used to write really pissed and out of it, so I can't remember what I was thinking about. It's one of the greatest things that's happened recently in England is a bunch of new bands came along with the Libertines and Razorlight and Kasabian and the Coral and the Arctic Monkeys. All started kind of to write music off the back of buying Definitely Maybe. But I think if push comes to shove, they probably wouldn't cite Oasis as an influence, but they'd cite Definitely Maybe as an influence, which to me is even better.
I need to be myself.
In 93 or 94, whenever it was, we would say this thing in the press all the time, you know, if one kid comes to see us and starts one great band, then it means that it's all been for something worthwhile. And as it happens, I can count about half a dozen really very good bands, really good songwriters in them that started because of our first album. It makes me feel, kind of makes me feel a little bit old, but kind of proud, you know what I mean?
Behind your mind, and don't you know you might find a better place to play. You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you've seen were gonna fade away. I'll start a revolution from my bed. Said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, 'cause summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace, take that look from off your face, 'cause you ain't never gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait, she knows it's too late. She was walking on by, and my soul slides away. But don't look back in anger, I heard you say.
At the beginning of the last tour, it freaked me out for about 4 or 5 months because I'd noticed that a new set of Oasis fans had appeared from somewhere, and they were all down the front, and they were all very, very young. And it was all very obvious to me it's the first time they'd seen us. So it means that the records have been passed down from an older generation. We were used to kind of people just coming and getting wasted and going mental, and they'd seen us many times before. This lot were kind of like little kids like that. You know? And have you ever had a bunch of kids staring at you? It's very disconcerting, let me tell you. I mean, one's enough. 2 is asking for it. If there's more than 3, it's kind of frightening. It's like being at school. And but I kind of don't mind it now. Initially, it made me feel like, you know, a bit of a square, you know. But then you just think, you're paying to see me. You know, there you go. How cool am I? Cooler than your dad.
Take that look from off your face. You ain't never gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late. She was walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger, I heard you say. So Sally can wait, she knows it's too late, she was walking on by. And my soul slides away, but don't look back in anger, don't look back in anger. I heard you say. At least not today.
I guess my favourite songs would all probably come from the 60s. I don't really listen to much contemporary music, apart from Kasabian and the Kings of Leon, but mainly all 60s music. So it's all the classic kind of rock music I listen to. But today, what would be my favourite song today? Ticket to Ride by the Beatles. I've always had a soft spot for that tune. The Stones, any mid-period Stones, it's great. The Who, the Sex Pistols, the Stone Roses. Mainly 60s guitar pop. It's my thing.
The definitive Oasis collection, Stop the Clocks, is available in stores now. When we come back, we sit down with Grammy Award-winning singer Olivia Newton-John.